In het vorige item bespraken we de mogelijke risico's die recommender-systemen met zich meebrengen. Natuurlijk proberen ontwerpers en designers zich hier juist ook tegen te weren. We vroegen een aantal ontwerpers over het voorbeeld van hoe een educational recommender-systeem ontworpen is en hoe dit mogelijk beter kan. Een simpel antwoord is er alleen niet.
So if you just do it as a list, like a shopping list, kind of first to bottom thing, they are more likely to choose the first one because as person we always go with the thing provided with us visually.
Best to worst, it depends what that is based on. What are the parameters of what's regarded as best or worst? I think that could influence somebody either way, which is a shame. So there has to be maybe a lack of hierarchy in the choices somehow, and that they're visually easy to find by the user.
So I would make it more visually appealing, but also distribute evenly. For example, I believe in horizontal. If we have them all in the same level aligned, then it will be like, okay, then these are equal, but now it's my turn to choose which one of those is best.
I think categorizing them well and showing them quite visually would really help. A clever way to categorize them to make them a bit more visually appealing, and also good, easily scannable content, because it's not that easy to digest all that information. There's so many courses with all their peculiarities. It needs to be put together in a really concise way. I think that categorizing would make the user have more autonomy for them to be more control of what they're having as a choice, that then the outcome becomes more what they were having in mind. So giving a little bit of control to the user, let's say the student.
Toch blijft het lastig om de juiste keuze te maken bij het ontwerpen van recommenders. Data en research zijn nodig en zelfs dan zijn er nog geen garanties.
It's very hard to answer without, some research info, because then otherwise I will be designing just for myself, but I will answer this question and go further this with the research results and do testing and research with people, because as I said, for example, the horizontal view is my the gut feeling, my gathered data based on my previous research, but maybe it won't work same with this age group and this kind of domain.
The young demographic is definitely something that is going to influence how it's used. So I would definitely recommend usability testing with this age demographic to see how it can be better. So you can get so much out of feedback. You can really grow from getting good feedback from somebody and seeing if it works or not. You have to think it's right for you, and then you have to think it's right for the user. What do I want? What would the user want? A little bit of a mixture of that, and then run with it.
There also should be quite a lot user testing, and also maybe some pattern library that we can mix and match and do testing with those, and maybe even build another design system for educational recommendation systems, because nowadays the recommendation systems are mostly in the e-commerce shopping interfaces or social networking interfaces, but if you want to carry on these to the educational interface, maybe there should be another whole design system library and research and testing all together.
The pattern library seems like a good resource because it's a really good way of having certain processes in mind long before you've even started to design. There are a lot of algorithmic affordances that really make sense to the user right from the start, giving the user a lot of control and then giving the user also a sense of understanding concepts of the design process. So I think that would be really useful.